the Gemara, the Nomad Aleph, just in the end of Nomad Aleph, the end of the Perek, Din. Nomad Zen, the Gemara, the two dots, 3 lines in the Sof of Omed, Ton Rabbanon. Eilu Brachos, She'odom Shoiche. Shoiche means, he bows down. Bo'avos, and means the first bracha, tchilo v'soif, beginning of the bracha and the end of the bracha, and behoidoe tchilo v'soif, and ve'ibolo suach v'soif kol bracha bracha. He wants to come to do each bracha to come to do over there to bow down. So betchilas kol bracha bracha, melamdin oisoi shelo Yisrael. Why not? So Tosis says. Over here, Tosis says, so what? He wants to come and to do the bow down extra. So the Tosis says, because by doing that, he will come and be oiker divrei chachomim. Because everyone's going to come and say, he is machmir more than others. What's the pshat? What's the pshat over here? Oh, so in the Taz, and the before she explained Tosis, and first of all, it could be like a Yohara. You see in the base, you can see Baal that there is some who can come and be bowed down every Tchilo v'Soif. Who is that? People are greater people. However great you are, so that's the way you have to come and have a so achnoi. Right? He said, "Ein oidi lispal mitoch koived roish." Koived roish explains Rashi achnoi. The person has to be. He said, "Kalus roish" is gaive, right? So in Nechonama, when a person comes and he has a natural gaiva, because, for example, he's a Kohen Gadol or he is a king, so he has to bow down. So in Nechonama, that's a pshat because of it. Or because we want to come to make sure that takonas chachomim. The Chachamim explain what's the pshat. We want to come to make sure that takonas chachomim. What is the takonas chachomim? To come to bow down. Tchilo v'soif of avos. Tchilo v'soif of hoidah, of moedim. If you come and do it the whole time, you don't notice when is the takonas chachomim. We're going to ask about Rabbi Akiva that he would come and oimed bezovizu, and then if a person would leave him, he would find him bezovi sachares. Right? What we learned 2 days ago. So we see that he bowed down, and why? He would come and bow down more than usual. So Tosis over there comes and says, because Rabbi Akiva he will bow down not in the beginning and the end of a pasuk. Of a bracha. It was being only in the middle of the bracha. The whole Isra over here is only Nechonam at the beginning and the end. So when you bow down, al pi halacha, the din is Baruch, and as we said, Baruch is also miloshen berech, right? Baruch, right? You made the cheshbon that Chasidim Arishonim. We said the evening. You made the cheshbon that Chasidim Arishonim are Yushoyin Shoah Achas lifnei tefillah, Shoah Achas betefillah. And Shachas Lachar Tefillah. How much it will take an hour to say just the Shmona Esrei? Comes out about 7 to 8 seconds to every word. Per word. How long takes you to say Boch? Even if you're going to come and schlep it 3, 4 seconds or 7. What could be Mechamed in 7 seconds? But if you think about it, what is just, let's say just the word Boch. Boch is Miloshen Broche, Miloshen Brecho, Shefa, right? Miloshen Berech, that's how you bow down in Baruch. And also, there's lots of meanings in Baruch itself. Baruch is a choser, Beis, Reish, Chof. All of the gematrias of 2. Beis is 2, Reish is 200, Chof is 20. It has a meaning. Everything, I think it's quite impressive to do it in 7 seconds, and 8 seconds. There's so much to think about every word. But in Ochoname, Berech is also what is Baruch. So when you bow down, Baruch Ato, and by Hashem, he's Zoykef. By Hashem, in Ochoname. Now there is the Arizal used to come in, not to do it with the knees, I think. He would only come in with the head, right, as we said before. And when the person comes and bows down, let's remember, the Gemara said, that you should see, connect to your Isal. So Rashi says that the folds in the stomach should be as thick as an Isal, right? The Isal is a certain coin. And we saw other Rishonim who explained that when he bows down, you should imagine that he has a coin of an Esau between his legs, and between, right, by the feet, and then he could come in, he could watch it. And he could watch it in the Chonamim when he comes and he does it. Yeah. So, okay, let's see weiter.
I would wonder whether it's the end of a bracha or middle of a bracha. No, anybody watching him wouldn't know. If they keep on seeing him bowing down, wouldn't know whether it's the end of Brachot Milvah.
Maybe for himself, and no one saw him, because the Gemara says that someone would see him in the beginning, and the end you would find him in different Keren Zovis. Right?
No, but if he doesn't find him, that's all.
Maybe then he didn't know. Then when people saw him, he didn't marich. The Gemara says over there. It would come down short. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Omar B'Shem and Pazi. Omar B'Shem and Levi Mishum Bakapore. Hedyoit. That means a poshet a person. Kemoisho Manu. At Yinochaname, when he comes and he davens is Yinochaname. When is it? Betchilo v'soif of every broche. Kohen Godol. Okay, Godol. Because as we said, as Rashi says, Kol Mashu Godol beYoyser tzarich leachniya uleashpil atzmo. So Kohen Godol besoif kol broche broche. Ve'amelech is also even greater than Kohen Godol. Tchilas kol beroche u beroche. Ve'soif kol beroche u beroche. What?
Even though there's no baruch.
Yeah, bracha is also without the baruch. You have a bracha smuchol lechaverto. It's also called the bracha. Moedim doesn't start with the bracha. And you just also bracha. Bracha is a bracha. So go bracha. Omar Rabbi Tzok Bar Nachmani ledidi mefarsh nivnei Rabbi Shua ben Levi. I heard from Rabbi Shua ben Levi that a hedyo that means a poshta person k'mo yishom mar the tchilas and soif ovois and hoidois. Okay, and nachon hakohen gadol tchilas kol bracha. Kohen Gadol, Tchilas, and Soif, goes over here, the Goen, and Soif, Kol Bocho Broche. HaMelech, Kevan Shekora, Shuv Einoi Zoiker Sheneemar. Where do we see it? It says over there, Shlomo HaMelech, when he comes and he davens, when he comes and he brings the Chanukah Sabayis of Bayis Rishon, Vayik Chaloi Shlomo Lispalel, when he finishes daven, Kom milivnei Mizbach Hashem mikroya al birkos. It's mashma that he bowed down on his knees in the beginning, and when he finished the daven, then he stood up. So the whole time he was bowing down. Lo di Gemara. Donu Rabbanon. We find a lot of times kido, ishtachavoyo. What does it means? All of these things. Lo di Gemara. When we find in Nochaname kido, what means kido? Lo di Gemara kido al apayim. Now kido is quite of a dangerous thing. If you remember the Gemara in Yuma, the Gemara in Yuma says that Levi, when he tried to do kido, and he hurt himself. And the Ben Yoda says, wow, but Inochana Kido is, he falls once till his nose. So he's holding himself only on his, he's holding himself as like, is it like plank? Just this way. So, al apayim, that's Kido. Kido al apayim. Sheneemar. It says over there, Adoniyo ben Chagis misnasei leimoyer ani emloich. Right? Adoniyo ben Chagis, one of the sons of David HaMelech, he wants to come and take the melucha for himself. Basheva, the wife of David HaMelech, the mother of Shloim, the wife of David HaMelech, the mother of Shloim HaMelech, she comes in the time and she says, well, you promised me the melucha. So she comes over there, Vatikoid basheva apayim eretz. It says over there, apayim eretz. Kriyo is whenever it says kriyo in the Torah, al birkaim, on the knees. Sheneemar, it is a possible we just said legabe Shlomo HaMelech when he comes and he does Chanukah Sabayis. Mikroya al birkov. Ishtachavoya. Ishtachavoya is a pishut yodayim raglayim legamrei. Sheneemar, where do we bring the pasuk from? Havoi novoi ani ve'imcho ve'achercho lishtachavoy l'chol also. Where's this pasuk? So this pasuk state. 1 second. Yaakov, right? Yaakov, Vayisaper, I'm just going to read it over in the side. Vayisaper el Ovi vel Echov, Vayigar boyor, Vayoyim Eloi, Ma'ach Eloi Mazeh Asher Cholomto, Havoi, Novoi, Ani ve'imcho ve'achecho l'ishtacha v'yislecho orzo. So Yinochaname, what do we see from there? That, and Nechoyre, I saw a lot of people ask the Shaila, but the Shaila steht schon in Chas Chinuch. He says, why are we being this pasuk? Where's this pasuk? This pasuk is in Bereshis Lamed Zayin. Right? That's steht doch in the Torah. Bereshis Lamed Zayin. Why we didn't bring an earlier pasuk? When the Malachim come to Loit, Vayishtachu apayim arzo. Where's that? That's before. I don't remember exactly where's the perek, but it's before, definitely before Bereshis Lamed Zion. So why doesn't it say why does it say Vayishtachu by the Malachim by Eloid Vayishtachu apayim arzo? So he says, okay, but the Loshen Ishtachavoy. So he says, but it could be Ishtachavoy over there. Loit azoi nochoname by Loit over there. That's the way they did Ishtachavoy. But Ishtachavoy, b'derech klal, is not Azoi. Ishtachavoy could be, is not Pishut Yadayim Raglayim. Just who came and they done it, Ishtachavu Apayim Arzo. Nochoname, they went to the Eretz, that's what they done it. But Nochoname, when we come, and we talk about over here, Yosef comes to his father, and he tells him, what he tells him in the Cholim? You will come, Mishtachavim Li. That's what he says, right? Says Hashem, Eser Yoreach, right? That's what he says, that's it. Yaakov Avinu comes to him and he tells him, what he told him? He told him, that's it. He didn't tell him more than that. And then what he tells him? What's the Lecha Orza? From where we know that in Cholam Ishtachavoy is Lecha Orza to the Eretz Bepishut Yodayim Veraglayim. Mele, he didn't tell him that. Maybe that would happen. No. He told him Ishtachavoy Stam. From where we see Ishtachavoy Stam means Lecha Orza. As he sagt, the Minchas Chinuch Mitzvah Hofches. Sagt die Gemara weiter. So that is Bishut Anavaga. Shneimar, Omar Rabchie Berei Ravune Chazin Elehu. I noticed Labai Verove Dematzlu Atzluye. They would come and they would daven, but they come and they would daven. They would do Pishut Yadayim Raglayim. They would come and go to the side. That means as Rashi says, "Kshenoifli apneim ei poishti Yadayim Raglayim elo matin al tzidei." They would come and recline onto the side. Why? Because it's prakdon. Pashtus. Prakdon. If they come and fall on the face, on the front, right? So that's why they moved a little bit, just to the side. Says the Gemara. Tane Chodesh. And one brayse we learned, HaKoirea be'oidoe harei ze meshubach. That means it's a good thing to come and to do Kir be'oidoe. Tanya Yidoch, we saw in a different brayse, harei ze megune. That means it's not good. So, it's a stire. And for the Gemara, lo ikashe. What we said, Koirea, in Ochoname, it's meshubach, what it's talking about, betchilo. In Ochaname, what we said in Ochaname, it's megune ho lebesoif. Rove kora boido etchile vesoif. How could it be? Amrele rabonon hamaiko vin maroche. We said that if someone does it besoif, he's doch megune. Omar leu, so Rove answered them, Chazin ele Rav Nachman. I doing Meiser Rav. Why? Because I seen Rav Nachman de Korah. I saw Rav Nachman who did kriye tchilo vesoif. V'chazin elei Rav Sheishes de Koavad. Also Rav Sheishes came and did it so that word means tchilo vesoif. And in Ochaname, that's why I'm doing over here tchilo vesoif. That's why I'm doing over here tchilo vesoif. And in Ochaname, that's what Rashi says. Tchilo koirea, chazin el Rav Nachman de Korah, tchilo vesoif. Tchilo vesoif. Zog di Gemara. V'otanya. HaKoirea boidoe. Harei ze megune. So how could you come and do tchila v'soif? So and ferterem. Ki Tanya, when we learned in Ochoname that it's megune, that's in Ochoname be hoidoe. Sorry, harei ze megune. Be'ai behoidoe shebe'alel. In Ochoname, that's not talking about the hoidoe of moidim. It's just talking about the alel. When we say hoidu la'Hashem kitoiv, hoidu la'Hashem kitoiv, as Rashi says hoidu la'alel, hoidu la'Hashem kitoiv. V'ai says the Gemara v'otanye akorea boidoe uboidoe shel alel. So in Ochoname oidoe shel alel we know already. And if it says oidoe again, mistomen means oidoe of moidim. And for the Gemara, no. In Ochoname that what we say tanya I boidoe the birkas ha mozoin. Ochoname the oidoe the birkas ha mozoin, and that's what we're talking about. It's going to be megune, but in Ochoname be'emes, and that's the halacha that you will be koirea be tchilo v'soif of moidim.
But we don't do any of this stuff.
Why? Of course we do.
We don't go to the ground and put our face on the ground.
Yeah, no, well, koirea. We talk about koirea over here. V'otanya koirea. Koirea. We didn't say ishtachavo. We say koirea. We didn't say ishtachavo. Yeah, keep it.
Go down to the knees, I'm correct.
Says the Mishnah. Let me learn the Mishnah. Hamispalel. Someone who davens v'to, and he forgot. And we said always v'to. In Ochoname he forgot part of the davening. The din is simen raloi. It's a bad simen. That word that his tefillah is not merutze. His tefillah is not merutze. Mipnei ve'im shliach tzibur. And if in Ochoname is a shliach tzibur and he had the mistake, so simen ra not only for himself, also l'shloichov. The shoilchov to his the people that in Ochoname he sent them. They sent them. A person davening is a shliach tzibur. The reason is mipnei shesheluchoi shel adam kemoisoi. Right. Shluchah shel Adam kemoisoi. So Nochaname Shluchah shel Adam kemoisoi. And Mimele if Shluchah shel Adam kemoisoi, so is Keilu davening fast. Is Keilu davening fast. And when he's davening fast, Nochaname, we look at it, Nochaname, the mistake is on us. The mistake on the tzibur. What Nochaname, they send the shliach tzibur. Yeah. This is the Mekov for the Nishlichus, or that's not the Mekov for the Nishlichus? So it depends. In the Rishonim we find, some Rishonim, like the Rabbeinu Yoine, the Ritva, they bring over here the Mekov for the Nishlichus from our Mishnah over here. They bring the Mekov of the Nishlichus. Even though we know the Mekov of the Nishlichus and the Gemara and the Nishlichus, two different Mekoros, Korban Pesach and Trume, Atem Gamatem. I do different Mekoros we have in the Gemara in Kiddushin, the beginning of Kiddushin, but they bring over here also the Mekor. That means that they learn that this is Mamish or Din of Shlichus. That means the Rabbeinu Yoine and the Ritvo, they bring over here in Nochaname the Mekor. They understand that in Nochaname this is Mamish the Mekor. This is Mamish the Mekor of yeah. They understand that this is Mamish the Mekor. It's Mamish Shlichus.
It's a Brachot, it's not a Pasuk. They understand Psukim.
Yeah, no, they understand that this is Shlichus. They bring over here the Mekor. The Pshat is, they understand that this is mamish shlichus. Shliach tzibur is mamish a shliach of the mamish a shliach. Yeah. The Chassam Sofer is not mashma, because the Chassam Sofer is mashma that the din of shliach tzibur is arvus, because shemea keoine. It's not mamish a shliach, it's shemea keoine. I mean, based on different Rishonim, but the Chonam Azay al the Chassam Sofer. No, I'm just mentioning that in Nochanam, you see, they don't learn it from here. We don't have a pasuk because they bring over here the Mekor. So we understand from the Rabbeinu Yoine and the Ritva that they understood that this is mamish a shliach. Mamish a shliach. Shliach tzibur, the shliach of the tzibur is a shliach. Shluchah shel Kamoisoi. That's what comes in.
In the old days they couldn't say it themselves. They did it for the others. That's what it's
So
like.
the shaila is when you hear we learned before. Remember, the person forgot to come and say Yalev Yovai. He hears from the shliach tzibur, and then Nochanam is going to be good enough. Lechoire, Midin Arves, Shliches, what is it? Midin Arves, Shomea Koine. As he sagt the Zoifer.
Chassam Sofer, we should do so, but the halt as a Eikat Tfila Bet Zimbar is Chazur Sashat. And
Chazur.
It's not really both that he made him. People didn't know themselves how to say it. So the Shliach Tzibur did it for them. So he was a shliach of theirs, but they are yotzei.
Yeah, but Chassam Sofer had as Eikat Tfila Bet Zimbar is Chazur Sashat.
Pasht dat ook die pasken. Pasht dat ook die pasken. Ja, de Mishnah is echt mashma zei. Dat is Midin Shomea Koine. Dat ding is Midin. Yeah. That's also mashma from the thing. Yeah. It's mashma that it's Midin Arves. The Kafachayim in Nochaname, he says that it's like a kohen. Kohen that's makriv v'korban. Kohen makriv v'korban. There's our shliach, right? The Gemara says, noch a shluchah d'Ilan, shluchah d'Rachmone, right? You have a suffix. So the Gemara, Mishnah. Amru Olov al Rab Chanine ben Doisa. Chanine ben Doisa. Shoyo mispalel, when he would come and daven al achoyli. V'oimer, and he would feel before, and in Nochaname, his tefillah in Nochaname is miskabel, tefillah is merutze, or tefillah is no merutze. And he would come and say, shoyo mispalel al achoyli. V'omer. Ze chai, v'ze meis. Amru lo, how do you know? Amuloi minayin. Where do you take it that in Nochaname minayin at you there? Amaloim. Shguro tfilosi befi. Yoideh ani shehu mekubal. Ve'im lav yoideh ani shehu meturaf. What does shehu meturaf? Nochaname is a treife. He's already dead. Like a treife is when he's einoi chai. Treife einoi chai. He's a treife. He's einoi chai. Nochaname. That's why he says he's using davke the lashon of meturaf of treife. Davke the lashon of a treife. The Rashi im Shguro, im Sduro tfilosi befi b'merut, so that means ve'eini nichsha, I don't have any mistakes, it chilosi no yivaz milibi el pi, ki kol ma shani chofetz le'arim b'tachanuni minochonam is again good, it's flowing, so I know it's minochonam good. Aber shor meturaf, achoy lelashon acher, toir fin lo tfilosi befono, k'lomar התפילה שהתפלל מטורפס, מטרודו ממנו ואינו מקובלס. Nochanam meturfo, that everything gets mixed up, in Nochanam, the tefillah is mixed up, and it's not miskabel berotzen, the tefillah, and that's the simen u'aninu. Zog the Gemara. Ahei. What we learned in the Mishnah in Nochaname, that there's a din in Nochaname that what? That he had a bracha, so he says it's a simen ra. Which Broche exactly when he had the toys, it's a siman ra for the shtiach tzibur, for the whole. So if the shtiach tzibur had the toys, it's for the whole tzibur, and for the person himself, if he had the toys. Says the Gemara, Omar Safrim Shum Chad, one of the Amoyroim, Dr. Azoi. Beovis, if he had a mistake, where? And the first thing, Ike de Maselo, Abraise. Some come and say it on the Braise. Mispalel, Tzur Shechametz Liboy, Bechulon. Or ve'im eino yochoi lechaven bechulon. You cannot come and be mechaven in all of the brachas. So inochaname then inochaname what is going to have to be lefocus, what is going to have to come into be thing. So the Gemara then yechaven esliboy be'achas, and one of them. Which one? So the choyer be'achas, that means inochaname the others, or which one is be'achas? Which one is be'achas? So the Kenis Yankov brings over here. The Kenis Yankov is time brings on the Roikeach that the achas is or ovois or moidim. They bring them from the Roikeach. Pashas the Achonim learn that it's the ovois. Be'achas, which achas is it? The ovois. Kenis Yankov learns that or brings a Roikeach or ovois or moidim. Is the two brachos that she mechaven. Says the Gemara, Omar Abchia Omar Avsavra Mishum Chad, in the name from a different Amoire. The Beirabi be ovois. Where you have to have the ikar kavona, you have to have kavona in ovois. We're just going to mention the biggest sword, what we mentioned already. The Rambam, and Ilchois Tfile. Perek Daled, Alocha Aleph, Paskins the Rambam, that a person has to have kavone, bechulon, in all of them. In all of them he has to have kavone. Right? Bechol ha-tefile he has to have kavone, as I zog the Rambam. Right? And the Rambam says over there, Mispalel beloi kavone, choizer mispalel. That's the Rambam. Mispalel beloi kavone, choizer mispalel. That's what the Rambam says in Perek Daled Alocha Aleph. Then, in Perek Yud, I think it's Alocha base, the Rambam passes like our Gemara. And the person, when he comes to daven, he davens kavone, he has to daven only which kavone? And only a novice. Chastirei Rambam. Rambam says, choizer mispalel where? The ganze davening. And then when the Rambam comes and says, he has to come, oh. So this is the famous Reb Chaim. Reb Chaim, and Nichois Tefillah over there, sagt Reb Chaim Azoi, that there's two dinim in Tefillah. Zwei dinim. There's two dinim in Tefillah. There is Oimed Lifnei HaMelech, and there is Kavona Pirush HaMiles. In Ochoname Ovois, in Ochoname what the Rambam comes and says, is in Ochoname what we talk about Pirush HaMiles, you have to have a Kavona what you're davening. And that in Ochoname has to be only an Ovois. But the Oimed Lifnei HaMelech, that has to be the whole davening. And if someone is not Oimed Lifnei HaMelech like a shikol, yeah, this is not going to any part of the davening, right? Only obviously have to have kavanah. So what do I care if I'm a shikor, I'm drunk the second bracha? No, because the oiben lifnei hamelech. And he said, oiben lifnei hamelech, someone in the chonam is davening, and he has no kavanah bichlal, not afilo like oiben lifnei hamelech. Harei ze kemis asek. Harei ze kemis asek. And in the chonam, he's not going to be yoyze. As I zogt the Reb Chaim. Says Rashi, Ayei beicho beizem min abochas ave Torah is besimen ra. So he says, be'ovis, shehu always is tchilas atfila. And the remezu, if straight away in the beginning the person nechoname has a mistake, it's a remez that what she'ein chofetz bo, and mele is nicht to have a mistake dafka in the beginning in nechoname it's not the greatest thing.
Is that the reason then?
Sorry?
Is that the reason that they have that Brachos is the first Brachos is the Yikon?
Yeah, for sure. And in Nechonam, if a person will not mechaven in the first bracha, the din is that in Nechonam has to repeat davening. But you look at the Mishnah Berurah, what he says, right? You look in Siman Kuf Gimel, what the Mishnah Berurah says, that you don't tell it to repeat because Chazok al Chover, that also the second time he's not mechaven. In Nechonam. But yes, and obviously, definitely, it's ma'ak of the kavanah. It's ma'ak of the kavanah. And be'emes, al pi aloch, he would have to repeat. But yeah, leider. But you know, chanami, that's sorry. Yeah. I think more than that. The Biralocha Dalton sagt that if someone heard from a shliach tzibur that doesn't understand the words, it's not nachshav mispalel. It's not considered mispalel. It's mashma, nicht das Reb Chaim. That's one of the tiniest of the Chazon Ish. Chazon Ish, in Gilyon is Chazon Ish, in the end of then the Chaim al Rambam, and the Sefer, this Gilyonis Chazonish. He disagrees on this idea from thinking this is we don't find misasek davening. What about misasek? A person is standing at the davening, nicht das sagt misasek. Standing, doch, he's standing. Okay, Ayin Shom. This is a big yesod, as we mentioned many times already.
Maybe he got people with mobile phones.
That's nicht mein problem. As you said, we have people that deal with it. Baruch Hashem. Fine. Amru Olav al Rab Chanina. Right? We learned in the Mishnah that Amru Olav al Rab Chanina. That's when he would come and daven. He would know beforehand, right? If Shgurot philosophy, not Shgurot philosophy, he would know already if in Nochaname he davened or he didn't daven. So the Gemara. Where exactly we see that what that in Nochaname for Shguro was yes a good siman, not a good siman. Omar B'Shua ben Levi Domar Kro, steht in Pasuk Boirei Niv Sfasoim Shalom Larochoik Velakor Pasuk in Yeshaya. And the Emshech of Pasuk is Omar Hashem U Refortiv. Omar Hashem U Refortiv. So you see that in the end of the Pasuk Refortiv explains the Gemara. Omar Abchir Barabe Omar Rabbi Yochanan. Kol HaNeviim Kulon Lo Nisnabu Elo. All the good what we see about Achis Hayomim, all the good what the Nevi'im are coming and talking about. This is Elo to someone is Lemasi Bitoy Letamid Chochem. Ulo Yise Pragmatio Letamid Chochem. Ulemeane Tamid Chochem Min Chosov. Avol, the Tamidei Chachomim themselves, Atzmon, Ain Lo Yiroaso Eloikim Zulosecho Yaase Lemechake Loi. That's also a pasuk over there in Yeshaya. That is Nochaname. We can't imagine the schar what the Talmidei Chachamim themselves are going to get. Navei Nochaname the Mefoshim Marich over here. That is Nochaname if it's also the person that's oisik pragmatic Talmid Chachem. But we say that the Zvulun is the same like the Leizoch. Is mashma that Zvulun is nicht as over the Yisochel. There's a few daggers in Zvulun. In Nochaname if it's mamish shutfu, so then in Nochaname he's like the Yisachar, and some say even greater. I'm sure you heard about it. There is noch the Netziv Meishiv Dover says nicht azoi. The Netziv Meishiv Dover in Chelek Daled, I think, Chelek Gimel in Simen Yudaled. He says that in Nochaname the greater is the Talmid Chacham sitting and learn more than the Machzik Torah. Why? Because he says, for example, when you have army. So the person in Nochaname he's supporting the army, but the person that's going to fight is definitely more important than the person that in Nochaname is the thing. But in Nochaname there's the kan and kan. Over here in Nochaname ran. I start bringing the Gemara over here about this thing. Yeah. Because.
What is the hemshach of the Gemara? We said
Boirei Niv Sfosaim. What means Niv Sfosaim? Why a Novi is called a Novi? Miloshin, exactly, Miloshin Niv Sfosaim. So Yinochaname, when the Niv, when he's speaking, is Yinochaname is going well, so then is Urefotiv. And that's why Yinochaname, Rab Chanina understood when Shkiros Tulasi Bepi, Yinochaname, it means that he's going to have a refuah. Boirei Niv Sfosaim. If the Niv geht sich gut, yet the Niv is speaking as Shishgura Befiv, then is Omar Hashem Urefotiv.
No, but the Gemara hemshach Kol HaNeviim Lo Nisnabu Elo Lemasi Bitoy Letamid Chacham. That's going on that pasuk as well.
No, that's the hemshach of psukim of there. Ain Lo Yiroaso Elokim Zulosecho. That's the pasuk. Ain Lo Yiroaso Elokim Zulosecho. That's the hemshach of pasuk over there. Because over there is talking about the psukim over there talking about the Toivois, the Nechomois of Klal Yisrael. Says the Gemara weiter. ואומר רב חייא ברבי אומר רבי יוחנן כל הנביאים כולו לא נסתבר אלא לימויס המשיח. אבל לא ילום הבא, אין לא ירעס או אלוקים זה לא שכל. So in Nochaname we know whether we spoke many times in Sanhedrin that there is two different dargers. Okay, there's a machlokes in the Rishonim wegen dem Ritvo in Sanhedrin. There's the Ramban in Teras Sodom in Sha'ar Gmul about what is called lo yilom haba, what's called lo asid lavoi, what's called Yemois HaMoshiach. Is it one thing? Is it a few things? So in Nochaname the Rishonim we have different opinions of what is exactly going to happen first. But there's two different dargers as we see over here. So lo yilom haba, ein lo yira'as elokim zecho. Upliga de Shmuel, Domar Shmuel, ein ben lo yilom hazeh לימויס המשיח, אלא שיעבוד מלכיוס. And as I pass in the Rambam in Nochaname that oilom כמנהגו ינויג, the spot is not going to be שיעבוד מלכיוס. שנאמר, Kilo yechdal evyoin mikerev oretz. Also then it will be evyoinim. Also then going to be poor people when even when we say what is not going to be? It's not going to be the goyim are not going to come and fight us. ואומר רב חייא ברבי אומר רבי כל הנביאים כולנו נסתמו אלה לבעלי תשובה. אבל צדיקים גמורים אין לא יראה סולקים זו עושה. אומר ופליגן רבבות אומר רבבו מוקר שבעלי תשובה עומדים צדיקים גמורים אינם עומדים שנאמר שולוים שולוים לרוחי לקורויב. And what we say over there לרוחי ברישה ועודר לקורויב. So we see that word that first he was rochoik and then he was called. He Omar Hashem he Nechoname is greater. That means a Baal Tshuva. What means a Baal Tshuva? So the Marshav here, b'dechla we will call a Baal Tshuva someone who did Averis and then did Tshuva. Marshav says can't be. Someone who done Averis, he's greater than the Tzaddik Gomel. Can't be. Elamai. He says the Pshat about Tshuva is someone who had the Nisoyon. He had the Nisoyon. He went through the Nisayon and did not nichshal in the Nisayon. So a person, a tzaddik, alles geht für ihn gering. Everything goes for him leicht. Everything goes for him easy. And Choname, someone goes for him hard. And he comes anyway, and he fights anyway. That is a Baal Tshuva, and he's greater than a tzaddik gomor. Someone who did a fleck is a fleck. As they say, the Marsha over here, and I have honor in a Baal Tshuva. And I have honor. But for sure also, in Choname, this is a big vikuach. I think there's a vikuach between Chido and Reb Zisha. Reb Zisha Manapoli, last week was 2 weeks ago, the Yortzeit. What if a person in Choname, let's say a person decides he wants to daven vasikin every day? It's very, very difficult for him. Very difficult for him to daven vasikin. Gets up 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning in the middle of the summer, fights with his Yitzhak, he's going to get great schar. But then after a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you get used to it. You wake up also, even myself, sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm getting up. Yeah. So, right, I have a friend, his father, that was visiting for years, I'm talking about 50 years. He comes to him to Bet Shemesh for Shabbos. His father gets up 5 o'clock. He gets up 5 o'clock. He doesn't know what to do himself. He reads this paper, that newspaper, and the newspaper. He's eating, his son goes to down only 9 o'clock. And he doesn't know what to do. He goes back to sleep. This person, when he gets up 5 o'clock, he's going to get schar or not? Now. He's going to get schar or he's not going to get schar? Now it's going to get up 5 o'clock. So he's going to get schar. So then, Chido says yes, he will get schar. Why? Because he worked on himself for as long as it took him a month, 2 months, 2 years, 3 years to come and to work on himself, to come and to get up. I mean, everything is there. Everything is there. It's Tamun over there. There's the Reb Zisha says, no, for sure, a person not coming and when he's fighting the Yitzhak, he's getting much more schar than not fighting Yitzhak. Okay, something to think about. Think about it. So I think more weiter, right? So someone who grew up in an environment of it's much easier for him. So he's not going to get schar. I don't think I'm going to get schar for not eating chazal. I never had this Yitzhak. What should I say? Baruch Hashem. I'm not looking for the Yitzhak, but I don't think I'm going to get any schar for it. Ich weiß nicht. No, I think Kamish Gad is Ava Aminen, there's a Bechlal Taiva, the Gornish, right? So you know what a person is it? Okay, think about it. So I think more about it. Huh?
If you don't do an Aveira, it's like you're doing a mitzvah.
No, that's a cheshbon. Din cheshbon. The Goin says that the person when he does Aveira, he's going to get punished. He's going to get punished also for that time that he didn't do a mitzvah. It's din for the din itself, and the cheshbon.
If the person doesn't do an Aveira, then he gets a schar of, gets a mitzvah of Aveira.
What he did at that time, that's the shayla. What did he do in that time that he didn't do Aveira?
He didn't do that. No. So he gets a schar as if he did. That was a mitzvah. He kept the Torah by not doing it.
Okay, depends what. Yeah. Says the Gemara. Okay, let's see. Oh, Rabbi Yochanan, who says that the Yochanan is greater. Omar loch, my rochoik shoyo rochoik midvar Aveira meikore. And Yochanan from the beginning was never done Aveira. So my korov shoyo korov ledvar Aveira. He was closer to dvar Aveira. Meikore, that's the gears of the Bach. The Bach of A has a different gears of Meikore. And then Venis Rachek Mimenu. And then he kept away. And that's why in Yochanan that's about Tshuva. Yeah. Says the Gemara. Ashte. My Ein Loi Rasa. What is the Ein Loi Rasa? What is the Ein Loi Rasa? Like the Gemara Ein Loi Rasa, like the Gemara Rabbi Shua ben Levi, the Yain Ameshumor be Adnovov. What's the yain? Mishumor ba'anovos. The Maharshal says yain is begimatria 70. Soid is begimatria 70. Yain ha-mishumor. This is the great soidus. The great soidus of the Torah. The great soidus of the Torah in Ochoname. That in Ochoname is saved for who? For these tzadiki. That's ayin le'ras or le'kim zelo. No one yet saw it. That's the yain ha-mishumor. Yain ha-mishumor to keep it away. So even as Absazaminek to come and the goyim shouldn't even look at the wine, right? Why? Because that's mishumor. We come here, we guarding the yain. Regarding the yain, no one should come and see it. And that's yain ha-mishumor. That's yain ha-mishumor. Says the Gemara. Sorry.
That's why it's got dark glass in the wine. The wine's got dark coloured glass.
That they shouldn't even look at it. Yeah, it's not, I think it comes from the thing comes from yain ha-mishumor. It should be mishumor. Yain is begimatria soid, as we know. Yeah, so we're first. Yeah. We're shivim ponim la Torah. That's a Torah in Ochoname. Yeah. Ayin lo yivas. Yeah. Okay. Zog di Gemara weiter. And that's why in Ochoname, I think they explain because the tzlach, it brings from the Rasag, from Saadia Goyen, that when the Moshe Lamar Davod Doime, a king that wants to send his son or something, a very, very expensive diamond, so he comes and he puts it inside silver and copper, not so expensive things. Why? He doesn't want that people should come and see it, right? He doesn't want people to come and steal it. The same thing, the Torah Be'etzem in Ochoname is wrapped up in all kinds of things. And that diamond, that's going to be Ayin Le'Rasa, that's Ochoname Le'Rabo, Tzadik Yoshim, Atoyseim V'Roshein, V'neni Miziv Ashchina. Says the Gemara weiter. Rab Shmuel ben Nachmani Omar, ze Eden. That's the Eden. Shelo yisholto boy ayin kol beri. No one saw it. You can say, Odo Morishon, Shelo Shem Otoimar, Odo Morishon, Echa Yoroyo. Began, he was in the Gan. Veshem Otoimar, Hu Gan, Hu Eden is the same thing. Gan Eden is the same thing. Tamud Loimar, Veno, Yoitze me Eden, Leash is a Gan. So what do you see from me? Gan Lechud. The Eden, Lechud is two separate things, the Eden and the Gan. So it's more Tonu Rabbonon. Maaseh Shecholo Bnoi Shel Rabbi Gamliel. Rabbi Gamliel, his son was not well. Shiger, he sent Shnei Tamid Chachomim to Rab Chanan ben Doiso levakesh olo rachmin. He sent to Keivan Shero Yisom. Once in Ochoname, the Rab Chanan ben Doiso saw these two Tamid Chachomim. He understood by himself that in Ochoname they came to ask him to daven. And when the Marshal says, "What's up, Pshat?" They didn't say anything. How could he know? You hear all these mice with the Rebbes. The Chossi don't know reingekommen, he just came into the Zimmer, right to the room, and the gleich gewusst without this. And the Marshal fragt the Shaila. Marshal says, yeah, because it was Yodua. Gamliel's son was not well. And these two Tamid Chachomim, they were, noch an Shlicher of Rab Gamliel, they come to Rab Chanan ben Doiso, so you know, we stomach, they come into Daven. I don't know Marshal. I don't know. I said the Marshal. Yeah, it was known that Rab Gamliel's son. You can't say him, so okay. Zog the Gemara. Keivan sherois ol aliyah ubika shalom rachmim biridoso yomar lohem li lechu. Go. Why? Shecholtzosoi chamo. That means choltzosoi chamo. He's well. That's it. You could go choltzosoi chamo. It means choltzosoi is like chalitza. Chalitza means it's removed, right? Chalitza sanal. They come and take off the nal. So choltzosoi, the chamo was the fever, the illness. Choltzosoi, it removed from him. Rashi says, "Shofazoi nit lo mimenu achamo hu achoili akoitchoi." Choltzosoi loshen chol atzmeim. Went away from it, removed from him the thing. Omu loy v'chi noviato. Omar loy novi onoichi. ולא בן נובי או נויכי, אלו כך מקובלנים שגורות פילוסים בפי יודעני שהוא מקובל, ואם לאו יודעני שהוא מטורף. נו, יושו וכוסבו וכיוונו אויסו שו. Exactly what the time when he davened. וכשבואו אצל רבי גמליאל אומר להם, או אבוידו, אצל אושנו שבועה, לא יחוסרתם ולא יותרתם, אלו כך, או יום מייסה, באויסו שו, the same hour with he davened, חולצוסוי חמו. In Ochoname, that moment in Ochoname was חולצוסוי חמו. says the Gemara, ושואל לנו מים לשתות. נכון, דני יעשו הסבורות. ושום מייסה רב חנין בן דויסו שהולך ללמוד תורה אצל רבי יוחנן בן זכאי. וכל בנו של רבי יוחנן בן זכאי. אומר לי חנינא בני, בקי שלום רחמים ויחיה. הניח זאת רולדס רב חנין בן דויסו, הניח רוישו בן בירקוף, וביקש עולוב רחמים, וחוי, נכונה he lived. אומר רבי יוחנן בן זכאי, אלמלא הטיח בן זכאי, רוישו בן בירקוף, כל היום כולו, לא יהיה משגיחין עולוב. Nochaname Ben Zakkai says that Nochaname, Mir wouldn't help. Rabbi Yochanan says about himself, yeah, Ben Zakkai. That means if I would come and put my hand between my knees and the whole day, it wouldn't help. And Nochaname, Omolo Ishtoi, he's coming to learn Torah by you. So who's greater than who? He's greater. Omar lo lav. I'm greater. Just what? He said it only to come and to be Mephias his wife. Yeah, he didn't think he's greater. Another. How can he say no? I'm greater. The first him say Mephias his wife. His wife say alav. Omar elo. Who? The reason why Nochaname he comes and he gets answered. Who? Doime ke'eved lifnei hamelech. Omar va'ani Nochaname. I'm only a eved lifnei hamelech. That's why? Why? Because he's always used to standing in front of the king. He's always used to standing in front of the king. He can come in whenever he wants. Because I come and teach Torah b'tzibur. I come and teach Torah b'tzibur. Mimele, I'm busy with other things. Mimele, I'm not the whole day in davening. If I'm not in davening, so I'm like a sar. A sar be'etzem is more choshuv, but he can't see the king the whole time. Whenever the servant sees the king the whole time. The Maharsha.
Are we saying that the tefillah changed the Gzar Din?
Yes. Yes. But the Nachanama, the Mephoshim, I think the Mephoshim say, why Nachanama Rabbi Yochanan ben Daven? So they say, because that's what they answered, I think the Maharsha says, that only to come to Mephias his wife. But Be'emes is, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai was also great. Just what? We learned before, and the Gemara says, Ein chovush matir atzmoi, always is better than someone else to come to daven for the choile, and that's why Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai was his own son. So it's his own son. So ein chovish matir atzmoi beis asurim. Over here, Nochaname, yeah. As I sagt the Maharsha, yeah, the Maharsha. Okay, zog the Gemara. There's a nice word. I think it's Keser Roish from Reb Chaim Volozhiner. He says that what's the difference Eved and a Sar? What is I didn't see it a thing, but I think it's the Geit Hazayim. It's a nice word. What's the difference Eved and a Sar? Eved, he says, is someone even when he's very young, right? Eved, a servant, a slave, a servant that is working for the king, can be also from when he's 3 years old. He's working by the king until he's 100. Right? Something. A sar, when a person becomes a minister, choshev a mensch, or by the 50s, 60s, I mean, not you don't do a minister at 12 years old. A servant can come and do also when he's 12 years old, and not the thing. So he says that Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, right? So he says that's why Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai. We find in the Gemara that what Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai was the one that he's called the sar. Why? So he says because the Gemara, it's a Gemara in Rosh Hashanah. The Gemara in Rosh Hashanah, Daf Yud Ches says that Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai ad mem shona osak be pragmatia. He did business till the age of 40. He says, I like a sar. I came into the king. I came into the Olam HaTfilah only when 40. He's ke'eved. He's there from day one. He's there. That's why he's more mekubel u'mechutza. As I sagt Reb Chaim Volozhiner. Yeah. V'omar Rab Chie, לא נגמר weiter. V'omar Rab Chie barabe Omar Rabbi Yochanan. Al yispalel odom elo bebais sheyesh shom chaloinos. A person should always daven, and through that he comes and looks at the chaloinos. And if you remember when we learned it a few days ago, we said that we should look over here in the Rashi. So here is in the Rashi. If you look at the Rashi over here, what does Rashi? Right, we learned it Daf Lamed Aleph earlier. So Rashi says shegormi lo shechaven liboy shu mistake klal bishomayim veliboy nichna. So in 1 second. But the Masechet for the fact the Shaila Gemara in Yevom Daf Kufa he says amispalek tzorch sheyosim einov lemato. Right? So Nochaname, what's the pshat? You have to daven with the thing in lemalo or lemato. What's the pshat? So he says in Nochaname that sorry. No, lemato. Just what? So for what do you need windows? The Lev doesn't need windows.
When you see not being mechavan, you stop for a second.
Oh, very good. It's exactly as Rabbi Yitzchok said. The teretz is exactly as Rabbi Yitzchok said. Nochaname, if a person a minute get mixed up, in Nochaname, then he should come and think. Yeah. This is very interesting over here. Rashash. Huh? Yeah, we can see in the Bal the pasuk in Daniel. You can see Bal the pasuk in Daniel. the Maharsha goes a little bit different. He says the same thing like we saw before, and that the Baisha in Bechaloinois, he says it's like we saw before, and Rove was not going to the Tainis, Beyoim Ameunon. Why? Because it's blocked. Sachoiso be'onon be, right, Ma'avoyoloch. Yeah? So in Ochanami he says the same thing over here, was Sakoiso be'onon, and that's why Obai Sosum is in Ochanami is like a Sakoiso be'onon. Also Izok, the...
I think it's 18
Shmoyne or 12? Yeah. So hold on over here again. I don't find it, but the Rashash means of age the same thing. So that in the Besmedrash in Vilna, he said that the Besmedrash of Vilna in Nochaname was no Chaloinus, he says. He changed the thing.
Seems like an argument.
Okay, I can't find it now. Yeah, okay. I think the Rashash. The Rashash brings that in the Besmedrash in Vilna, there was no windows. And he brings some raya that this is only Beyochid. Because the Niel, okay, let's go in Aloha, let's but it wasn't enough committed for us. That Vilna was a very interesting fact, that in Vilna was no thing. Vilna is a Ir Melech HaChomim V'Soifrin. But in Ochoname, wasn't enough committed. So the big in Ochoname of committed, is it only Din Betzibur? Or is it Din only Beyochid? So they bring a raya from, where's the raya from? Is the Gemara brings a raya from the Niel. The Niel was a Beyochid. It's only Beyochid. In Ochoname, some say that in Ochoname, the Vodan Aloha, that the Chaloya should be Keneged the Sha'ar HaMizrach. Right? Keneged Yerushalayim, Keneged Yisrael. In Ochoname, it has to be, the vote is it shouldn't be Patuach. The Rabbi Kveger brings B'Shem the Zoyar. There shouldn't be windows that are open, or window with a glass. In Ochoname, should come in light, and you can come and look at the Shamayim, but not open Legamri. In Ochoname, what? Okay. Yerushalayim, lekenged Yerushalayim. That's what they want to make a raya. In Ochoname, Rashi Bayos, Rashi says Chaven Liboy, Liboy Nichna. But yeah, but the pasuk is the Chavin Pische. Let's see the pasuk over the Chavin Pische. Let's see the Gemara. Alispat lo b'bay sheish b'chaloi. Shneimar v'Chavin. Ochoname was b'Chaven Pische leibal Yoseh lekabel or neged the gears over here Yerushalayim. The Keneged Yerushalayim. In Ochoname that Ochoname. Yeah. So in Ochoname, but you see that the Niel in Ochoname is only a Yochid. I think that we're going to pass in the halacha that it's only by a Yochid, by a Rabbim you don't need to have a thing, because a Rabbim, Tfilas HaRabbim, as we know, is always miskabelis, as we mentioned many times. Says the Gemara, Omar of Kahane, Chotzif Olai Man de Matzah Bikta. What kommt das rein? Says the Maharsha beautiful. You know why? Because you would come and say you need chaloinos. Maybe you have to come into down in an open place. Even better, down in a biko. A biko is an open place. Legamrei open place. So it says no. Why? Because when a person davens in a biko, says Rashi, bebiko kshu b'moko im tznius cholo olov eimas melech velibo nishbar. But over here, when he comes and he davens in a biko, so he doesn't have the kavonas alev. Fragt Toisves, 1 second. Vayetze Yitzchok lo suach basode. Yitzchok where he davens basode. Says Toisves the Shloimar the oso mayre be'ara moirio. Right? Iname big said the oche mayre biko moko sheragil is bnei over laver voil gedrochim. But Masechet Yitzchok was a biko that was quiet biko in Choname then. So what else it's a be'ara moirio? A biko the biko. Aramiriya b'meile was I think. He's like the Gemara. V'omar Rav Kahane. Chotziv olai man de mefarish chotei. A person comes and speaks out all his chatoim. Is a chotzuf. Why? Shenemar ashri. What is better? Ashri nesui pesha. Kisui chatoi. The choname is not revealed. The chatoim was not revealed. Hadron aloch ein oimke. Okay. Now we're going to do a very interesting perek. This perek is the 6th perek in Masechet Brachot. It's called Keitzin Mevolchim. All the brachos what we come and we do. And what Hashem we're going to see through the all the brachas when we come and do a bracha. What is a bracha? How do we do the bracha? What type of brachas we have? Let's say Keitzad Mevochin ala Peiros. What is exactly we come and we do on the Peiros? Al Peiros Oilon. Al Peiros Oilon. Peiros Oilon. What do you say? Oimer. So you say Bocha Hashem Elokeinu Melech Oilon. Boirei Pri Oitz. Chutz Min Hayayin. Yain, that's what על היין, שעל היין הוא אומר, בוירי פרי הגפן. ועל פירוש האורץ, הוא אומר, בוירי פרי או אדומו. חוץ מן הפס, שעל הפס הוא אומר, המויצי לחם מן האורץ. Why not המויצי לחם מן או אדומו? It's bavust already that there's two, the malbim, there's eretz and there's adomo. Eretz is deeper than adomo. The adomo is the top. Eretz is deeper. The bread comes out, the chita has to have a little bit more deeper than the adomo. The adomo, what is adomo? Adomo is kishuim, avatichim, things that grow on the ground, And this, what comes a little bit deeper, is oretz. That's what they will explain. Amoitzim lechem min oretz. Boyer Priyoilam, why it says Boyer Priyoit? They're good. The guy says in Choname that's the lashon of the Chachamim. If you see the guy in Nimrei Noyam, he speaks about it. Says the Gemara. Chudin apash al apash oimer amoy tzera minot. Val yeroko isu oimer boyrei pri o adomo. And yeroko is boyrei pri adomo. Rabbi Yehuda oimer boyrei minid deshoim. So what Rabbi Yehuda comes and says? Rabbi Yehuda comes and disagrees only on the yerokos, or he betzim comes and says on everything he disagrees. So this is a very interesting machlokes nachoinim. Some say that Rabbi Yehuda, when he comes and says boyrei minid deshoim, that means min umin b'fnei atzmoi. As Rashi says that evim lefi sheyesh bichlal pri o adomo choy vezroi kekokitni Rabbi Yehuda boyrei eker bocha lechol. Min v'min. So he says there is a birkas ha'adama, but chutz from that there is more brachas. Every min, every type and type of fruit, every type of not fruit of cuteness and thing in the choname also thing. Why don't we say that everything you do boyer pri adama or boyer pri adama chutz min ha'pas? You say chutz min ma'aseh gedeira. Because also chamisha minei dogon. What you do from it a tavshil gedeira, that means you put it in the pot and you do. Tavshil Gedei, wie sagt man das? Tavshil. You cook it, yeah? What do you make on it? Mezonis. So why don't we say mezonis? So there's a few mifalshim over here in the side of Nochoname. The Shlach says, when the person comes and makes a brocha, so it depends. If the brocha is, in Nochoname, a yain in pas, that means that the geffen, that means the grape, yeah, how it calls in Nochoname, when you come and you plant it, it's called a vineyard. The ganze Zach, right, is for wine. When you come and no one comes and puts chito for chito, wheat for wheat, you come and put it for bread. But when a person comes and does other cuteness, you don't do it for tafshil gdeira. You don't do it especially for tafshil gdeira. But the wine in Nochoname, you come and change because that's what you do it for. In Nochoname, that could be it. Today I heard once a shaila, today you have the orange juice, Tropicana. You heard about it once? They come and they plant specially oranges for the shakul. So with that, we make shakul. But if it has bits inside, so it's nikara pri. So it depends. If you do it specially for that purpose, you're gonna have to make eights. You have extra bits and they do it especially for that. Maybe you're gonna have to do eights. So it's kasei ilchos bracha is very, very difficult, right? You can't think. I feel I had once a friend, Mama Rosha. Whenever I came to drink a cup of coffee, he would start. Oh, maybe it's eight. Maybe this. He would come always with a shyness. Why? Because the Chonam comes from where comes the coffee from? The means. And he would start. You couldn't eat. You wanted to eat something, you have to go. You shouldn't see. You shouldn't see. Yeah, popcorn. There's lots of shyness. Maybe you can try to deal with it as we're learning. But okay, let's be mamshich now. Sorry? Yeah. Nochoname, because in Nochoname today roiv oranges pashas is for drinking. Roiv oranges. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no. Chocolate. It's chocolate. Popcorn. What do you do with popcorn? Yeah, it's a famous silence. Okay. Who's that? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. Okay. Fine. Anyway, it's in Gerda Shitas, yeah. There's a very nice sefer for Zoysa Brachot, it's called Zoysa Brachot. There's upstairs in the Kollel, he goes through lots of these questions of Brachos. Ayin Sham. Zok, the Gemara. Mino Hane Mile. Where do we know in Ochoname that we learned in the Mishnah that you have to make a bracha? Where do we know that you don't have to make a bracha? Keiter Revol. Wer sagt, dass wir darf machen a bracha? Says the Gemara, it says about the Legabi Neta Revai, it says Kodesh Hilulim LaHashem. And what do we learn out from the Kodesh Hilulim LaHashem? Melamed Sheteuni bracha lifneihem ulacharem. Why? Because Hilulim is a Lashon Rabim, a plural. So before you have to make a bracha lachem. Mikan Omru. Mikan Omar Abakive. Also the Adam she'eat klum koidem she'evorech. Koidem she'evorech you can't eat anything. Ve'ai koidem she'elulim yochel. The also to come to teach us Hilulim one bracha before and one bracha after it. I mi borele for something else. Chad the Omar achlei ve'odar achlei. That means when you come and you have Neta Revai. What is Neta Revai? So let's stop a second. Neta Revai is the 4th year exactly. The first 3 years is Orle. The 4th year is Neta Revai. That means it's exactly like Maaseh Sheni. You cannot eat it whenever you want. You have to go to Yerushalayim. And if you can't go to Yerushalayim, you have to come to be Mechalel to redeem it on money. And the money you take to Yerushalayim and you eat for exactly like Maaseh Sheni. So, Ve'idoch, the other Iluli, what do I need it? Dovaraton Shira. That means Ton Chilul. Sheino Ton Shira in Ton Chilul. What that means? So explains the Gemara. Rab Shmuel ben Nachmani Omar ben Esed Omar Shmuel ben Nachmani Omar ben Esed Minayin Sheino Shira la Yain. That means why we make Shira la Yain? What means? So let's look at Toises. Pirush. Toises di Mamach Sheino Shira la Yain. Pirush. Ein Oiri Shira al Shum Achilas Mizbeach. Not on Ziregas Domim. Not on Nisuch HaMayim. Only on Yain. Why? Sheneemar. ותאמר להם הגפן, החדלתי אסתי רוישי המשמח אלוהיקים והנושים. Over there is talking about Moshel Yoisom. Yoisom, the son of Gidon ben Yoyosh. Gidon ben Yoyosh, that is the Shoifet, right? After the our Haftarah this week is Barak ben Avinoyam and Voyran Neviah, right? Vatosha Voyran Neviah. Barak ben Avinoyam, Vayoyim Ha'oleima, Onoichi LaHashem, Onoichi LaHashem. And over there, after Barak ben Avinoyam and Voyran Neviah, who was the Shoifet? Gidon ben Yoyosh. Gidon ben Yoyosh had 70 sons. 70. Shiv'im. And Ayin. And the Nachoname, his son Avimelech, came and killed 69 of his sons. His son Avimelech. Why? Because he wanted to come and to get this thing. Chutz from Yoisam. Now Yoisam in Nachoname comes and says a very, very famous Moshel Yoisam. Now then the Moshel is that all the trees get together and they want to come to be Mamlich HaMelech from one of the trees. So they come to the Geffen and they tell him, no, maybe you're going to be the king. So this is his answer. His answer is, when a person has to get a certain job, so he can't give anymore what he had before and his koiches beforehand. He says beforehand what I was, Mesameach Eloikim v'Anoshim. So Anoshim we know it's Mesameach, right? The wine, a man drink wine, wird er Sameach. Or Eloikim, where's the Sameach? Im Anoshim is Eloikim v'Amem Mesameach, mikan she'inam v'shira elo ala yain. Nechonam that zachil asim yisrael from Onich eleman dotani neta revai. Eleman dotani keren revai ma'ikele meimar deitmar. That means there's a machloikas. When do we say b'chlal neta revai or keren revai? That means this din of revai that in the 4th year you have to come to bring it to Yerushalayim. There's a machloikas. What is b'chlal? If it's only neta, all the peiros is the first 3 years old, and then only the 4th year is. Oh, Yinochaname is the Itmar. Abchiv Rab Shimon Barabi. Chad Tane Keren Ravai. So Mikveiger over here. What's that called Mikveiger? Tzarich L'tzur over here a circle. What's the circle? What do you think it is? Oh. Ayin Soito Memgimon Beis Rashi D'Mamasri Kole V'tzorich Yun Godel. Okay. After the shir, we're going to speak about it, whoever is interested to stay. So the Gemara, Chad Tane Kerem Revai, Chad Tane Neta Revai. That means, this is, when is Bechlal Neta Revai? That means that all the peiros, there's 3 years old, and then the 4th year you have to come into this line. Or Kerem Revai, only in wine, only grapes. There's all the 3 years, and then there's Neta Revai. That means all the peiros have all it. And only the 4th year there's Neta Revai, or the 4th year is a Kerem Revai. Uleman Netani Kerem Revai, Honicha, so Kerem Revai is only by wine. Honicha Yoliv Gzero Shovet. And what's the Gzero Shovet? The Gemara explains. Netanya. Rebbe Oimer. Neemar kan leoisim lochen tevuosoi. Veneemar le'alon utevuas hakerem. Ma le'alon kerem. Afkan kerem. So Imela we have over there. We learn already that word the Gzera Shove. So we have one hilul, right? Hilulim. One in Nochanam Aitolo Chadi lebrocha. Okay, so we have one hilul that can teach us that you have to make a brocha. Ve'i lo yol Gzera Shove. Brocha you know. Where do you know brocha? And also ve'i nam yol Gzera Shove. Ashkechon leachro. Lefonov minayin. Who says leachro? Maybe it's lefonov. Says Toises because the iker is the brocha lefonov. Ve'ochalto. Then the savoto verachto. So only after Vochalto Savoto, then it comes to Brachot. That is clear that if a Brocha, if we learn one Brocha, is definitely going to be after the Achilas Octoises. So whether you know Minayin or Lo Ikashye, that's in Kal Vachomer. And this Kal Vachomer we learned in Daf Chof Aleph, right? So Benny, someone else gave the shir about it. Kshu Soveya Mevorech, Kshu Orev Lo Ikolshken. If a person feels like he wants to eat, right? So he appreciates the food much more. And then you tell him that when after a person ate, is satisfied, showing the best food in the world, he said, I can't. So then he told him, now you have to bench on the food. So before him, when he wants to eat the food, when he appreciates the food, for sure that he's going to have to come and make a brocha l'kolshkein. Ashkechon kerem. So you have to make a brocha. Shar minin minayin. So the Gemara only from kerem. You learn from kerem that the same thing like in kerem, you have to make a brocha also. So the Gemara, ma kerem davar shenene. Right? You have a noe. Ve'tom brocha. Af kol davar shenene. Tom brocha. Everything what you have a noe. So the Gemara, no. Ikel mifach. Ma le kerem shekechayim. Be'oile lois. Right? The oile lois is when a person comes and he goes on, he's cutting his vineyard and he finds over there a cluster of grapes, but it's not full. It's only 3 grapes on the, so he has to leave it. Komo, toichia says the Gemara. What's a komo? Komo is the weed that's growing. Male komo shekein chayev is bechale. Komo is chayev is bechale. When is chayev bechale? Only when it's a isa. Because it's not be'etzem it's a shamlechem. Okay. Kerem yichiach. Kerem yichiach. That's what? That there's no chale, and afilu you have to make a bracha. So what we learn out of both, dovel shenene v'ton bracha, afkol anything that ton shenene ton bracha. What's tzad mizbeach? That the komo you're being for menoches, wheat, right? You're being flour for menoches, and one you're being for nisuch hayayin. Says the Gemara, okay, we say that, but the rest of the things not. Says the Gemara, okay, but I have another thing. Shemen, very good. Also, now Zayis, there is mitzad mizbeach. Says the Gemara, Zayis mitzad mizbeach also. Well, when you see me, Kerem, I don't need to come and learn from it Zayis, because the Zayis we know it's also Kerem. The Chsiv, it says, Lagabi Shimshoi Lagimoyo. Vayaver Migodish, at Koma, he comes and he burns the fields of the Plishtim. Mi Kerem, ve'ad Kerem Zayis. You see that also olive trees, that's called Kerem. Says the Gemara, Pope, Kerem Zayis ikre, Kerem Stome lo ikre. Mikol mokoim kashe, מה לצד השורש שלו? שכן יש בצד מזבח. אלו דיולי משבע סמינים. ולא יודעת משבע סמינים. מה שבע סמינים? דבר שנהנה ותור ברוכה. אף כל דבר שנהנה תור ברוכה. מה לשבע סמינים? שכי חיובים בביקורים. ואוי דותינך לאחרוב, לפונוב, מניין. לא יקשה, כמה חומר כשהוא סובע מבורך. שהוא רואים, לא יקולשקין. זה גמור למען נתן לי נטע רבי. And not kerem ravai otinach kol dovo netiyeh. The lav bar netiyeh. For example, you have things that don't grow: bosor, beitzim, vedogim, fish, eggs, and meat. Menolei elosvoro also lo leodom sheyene minoi lamazeh beloi brocha. Okay, so we're going to repeat it. Timat Hashem Mati Shabbos does the sikum advorim. Just to go, nachadam the sikum advorim go over. Kvegel.